By default, a campaign's location targeting is set to include locations of interest. And what this means is that your audience isn't necessarily located physically in the locations that you've specified. It could be that they're merely interested in that location. And, this can be really relevant if you are, working with a travel or tourism related industry. For example, if you were advertising for a hotel. But for many accounts, this is an area where there's wasted spend that could be put to better use elsewhere. It's not exactly trivial to extract the performance data for locations of presence versus locations of interest. You have to mess around with some custom reports, pull it into Excel, do some pivot tables, draw some conclusions, and Opteo does all of this for you automatically. We're constantly scanning your accounts to see if there's any wasted spend on locations of interest. So I've pulled up an example here for you, and you can see that by cutting out locations of interest from this particular campaign, we can expect to save about $1,600 a month, which is a sizable portion of this campaign. And CPAs would decrease for this campaign from about $100 to $86, which is really not half bad. Yes, we would expect to lose about 4.6 conversions a month, but the reality is that by reallocating this saved budget into, for example, locations of presence, we can definitely expect to generate more than 4.6 conversions a month with this budget. So scrolling down here, you can see there's a nice CPA comparison graph where we can see that locations of interest has a CPA that's over 4 times that of locations of presence. So it really is much more expensive. And it is representing a sizable portion of this campaign. And scrolling down, there's a neat little comparison table here that shows all the key stats at a glance. And at the click of a green button, we can go out and execute this for you and disable locations of interest on this campaign. So you don't need to do any digging, exporting of data, analysis. This gets automatically served up to you when it's relevant for your review. We've done all the analysis for you, and you can fix it at the click of a button. And it isn't something you'd ever see in Google's native recommendations because, quite frankly, it's not in their interest for you to spend less money with them, more so that you spend the most amount possible with them.